let's end with the hip-hop question. LL Cool J put himself, Public Enemy, Slick Rick, and the Beastie Boys on the Mount Rushmore of Def Jam. Agree or disagree?
Say it again?
So the Mount Rushmore of Def Jam, he said LL Cool J, Public Enemy, Slick Rick, and the Beastie Boys.
Wasn't Run-D.M.C. on Def Jam?
No. Run-D.M.C. was managed by Russell Simmons, but they were on like Profile or something. Yeah, I'm positive.
Look it up. I thought they was on Def Jam. Because if you say Run-D.M.C., I was just thinking how Run-D.M.C. ain't on there. It sounded a little valid over there. You got to say it one more time, though, because then you got to name artists that was on Def Jam.
No, when they were coming out, Russell was still trying to get Def Jam off the ground. You see what I'm saying?
But did they put records out on Def Jam?
No.
So what was it, Profile? Are you sure they wasn't on Def Jam? When they had Walk This Way, Aerosmith, was that Aerosmith?
Hold on.
Walk This Way.
Run-D.M.C. discography. Hold on a second.
Because I would think you would have to put Run-D.M.C. on that Rushmore too, brother.
First album, Profile. Second album, Profile, 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 and then Crown Royale that came out in 2001 was Arista.
Oh. So
nothing on Def Jam. Oh. Now, people confuse it because Russell Simmons was managing them.
Right.
And that's Run's brother.
Oh.
But they were never on Def Jam.
But you don't feel like he's kind of part of the Def Jam?
You could say that, but they were never on Def Jam. So you can't put them on the Mount Rushmore of Def Jam.
You actually, so the Mount Rushmore again? Mount Rushmore?
Mount Rushmore.
LL is definitely on it tonight.
Right.
Now who you said? Beastie Boys, definitely. Who else? Slick Rick? Slick Rick?
Yep.
Yes, of course, yes.
Public Enemy.
Yes.
Now you're leaving out a lot of people.
Who are you leaving out?
DMX.
But we talking about a whole nother era, though.
Doesn't matter, it's a Mount Rushmore. You're leaving out Jay-Z.
I can't do that. It's a whole nother era. That's why I hate when y'all do that with hip-hop in the culture, bro. Y'all don't, it's like, it's a whole nother era. If you're gonna say the Mount Rushmore for the 80s, yes. You gotta say LL. You gotta say Slick Rick. Who else you said? Beastie Boys, right? And who else you said?
Public Enemy.
And Public Enemy. You can't take groups from the 80s and say, yo, they the Mount. Nah, they the Rushmore. They don't get me wrong. They the Mount Rushmore of the 80s hip hop. But when you go to the 90s and all that shit, you're gonna have to go to Jay and DMX and them.
But if you look at all time, like I would say,
like the worst thing people could do is say, give me your top 5.
No, I get you.
Listen, Vlad, don't let me talk.
Go ahead.
The worst thing you could do is say, give me your top 5. And I'm gonna tell you why. It's because you could say top 5 from a certain era, but if we go to the 80s and we say KRS-One, right? Eric B. Rakim, right? Slick Rick, Big Daddy Kane, Kool G Rap. The list goes on and on with that list anyway. That's why I say top 5. Niggas need to start saying top 10, top 20 on the list.
Right. Well, this is top 4. It's even worse.
All right, I know. That's what I'm saying. We need to stop alienating shit when it comes to hip hop. And then you saying we going from the Beastie Boys to DMX and Jay-Z. Come on, bro. Make it make sense.
Well,
you can't do that in the culture.
I will say this, though.
In the 80s, yes. Them Slick Rick, LL, Beastie Boys, Public Enemy.
Yeah.
Yes, I'll give it to them. Yes, they the Mount Rushmore in the 80s.
The 80s.
In the 90s, we can fucking go to Jay-Z. Jay-Z fucking owned it, was the president at the time.
Yeah.
So you got to give it to him in that era. DMX, come on. Like I said, we was arguing. DMX, so what? Went diamond?
He was the only rapper with 2 #1 albums in the same year.
Okay, but
remember that?
Yeah, both of them went diamond. I think Blood in My Eyes.
I think so, yeah.
What was it?
Flesh of My Flesh.
Yeah, we just was fucking arguing.
It's hell and it's dark and hell is
hot.
Hell is hot, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, listen, I would just say though, and I'm a big Slick Rick fan. If you take a step back, I would say that in hip hop, DMX had a much stronger body of work than Slick Rick. Slick Rick's first album was amazing.
There we go. We're mixing up eras, though.
But it's not a mixing up eras.
Yes,
I'm talking about consistency throughout your career.
Well, for me, I don't look at hip hop like that. I look at it as different eras. You got your 80s, your 90s, and your 2000s. So you can't compare Beastie Boys to fucking fucking Meth Bleak and them niggas and Rockefeller.
No, but Beastie Boys had a big run. They had multiple platinum, multi-platinum albums over and over and over and over again.
I understand that, but what I'm saying is it's a totally different era, Vlad. That's what I'm saying. Like if this how it should be to me, this how the game should be. Who's my top 5 for the 80s?
Okay.
Who's my top 5 for the 90s?
Who are your top 5 for the 80s?
I mean, it would have to be, honestly, gotta put Big Daddy Kane.
Okay.
I know there's no order. Cause
yeah,
it's
just out of order. Big Daddy Kane.
Order. Big Daddy Kane, you gotta put on there. You gotta put Rakim.
Okay.
You gotta put Slick Rick.
Yeah. KRS?
You gotta put KRS-One.
LL Cool J?
Yeah, you gotta put LL on there.
Is that the only Queens rapper on your list?
I mean, for the 80s,
yeah.
he had it. Nigga, that nigga had I Need Love. Nigga,
no, I got
days.
it. LL, I totally agree that LL should be on this.
LL got the most pussy out of all them niggas anyway. Come on, let's not. I always say they put LL as the underdog.
Yeah.
Know what I'm saying? But think about it. That nigga was making records from the 80s going into the 90s. He still was relevant.
Yeah.
When he had that, hey, lover, hey. What year is that? Look what year that is.
Hey Lover was like
look it up.
94 maybe?
What was that, Boys to Men on there? Because rest in peace, my man Rough Hands, he used to always play that shit. In the basement. Hey Lover was what, 97?
95. I was close.
95?
Yeah, I said 96.
And what year was I Need Love, nigga?
That was earlier. That was probably 80s.
Let's look it up. And you tell me the year gap of hit records.
87.
Motherfucker had Cars Bye with the booming system.
Yeah.
Had that. What else he had?
Mama Said Knock You Out.
Mama Said Knock You Out.
You know, he essentially ended Cannabis's career.
Come
when
on, no, we ain't talking about Cannabis. Let's talk about the hits. I need
second round knockout was a pretty big.
What year I need Around the Way Girl came out?
Round the Way Girl?
Yes. Come on, you crazy.
90.
That was the shit.
No, man, LL Cool J's a legend.
LL's in shape, chicks in his video.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? What was that other shit? I met her in Queens and she came back from Brooklyn. He had nothing but, when he played in the club.
Doing it well.
Yeah, he had nothing but hit records for the club.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm always going to have to, you got to put LL.
No, I mean, LL.
But on that Rushmore, hell yeah, I'm keeping him up there.
I agree. But
and we talking about style.
And I would say Public Enemy because they still have an impact to this day. Slick Rick, much as I like him, I don't think should be on the Mount Rushmore.
Nah, you're fucking bugging.
All right.
You sound fucking.
I would take out Slick Rick and put in Jay-Z or DMX.
Bro, you're talking about two different eras. You sound dumb right now, bro. You sound stupid. You really do sound dumb. You would take out Slick Rick and put in Jay. It's two fucking different eras. And you're not getting it, Vlad. You're not getting it. You gotta think, Slick Rick is the nigga that started the big jury shit and the swag. Because we gotta think about a rapper. It's the all-around package too. You looking at just rap. LL had the Kangos. He started a whole style where drug dealers was wearing Kangos and sweatsuits. Run-D.M.C's had the no laces from niggas in jail. They started that swag in the sweatsuits. Dookie chains and all that. So that shit trickled on. They got it from the drug dealers and they made it worldwide. So when you look at Slick Rick, this not the only nigga that had one of the best storytellers in fucking hip-hop. That's why you sound dumb. One of the best storytellers in hip-hop. But broke swag with jury, had the one eye patch. Come on. Even Biz Markie, big nigga. Come on, Catch the Vapors. These niggas had hits. Jury, we was looking at them like, yo, we want to be like them on Video Music Box. That's why I always say, always give my shout-outs to Ralph McDaniels, because I remember being a kid and it was Nintendo and Video Music Box and karate. Everything else was irrelevant. G.I. Joe with He-Man and all that shit too.
Yeah.
But it got to a point where it was about Video Music Box.
Yeah.
Watching motherfuckers on there. Biz Markie on the boat. The Vapors with the jury on. Because all of that counted. So all the shit you seeing now, motherfuckers be like, yo, New York, we ain't starting. Because you know everybody hates New York. I'll say that all the time. Say that to them going. Everybody hates New York.
Everybody hates New York?
Everybody hates New York.
How so? How so? Why do you think everyone hates New York?
Because New York niggas set trends from the beginning of the time. I love everywhere. I love ATL. I love Cali. I love everybody's culture. But New York niggas was the niggas that set trends. Even in this hip-hop shit.
Well, hip-hop was invented here, so yeah, you have to say that.
Well, there you go. There goes the answer.